With another episode of Smoke and Jokes, where we discuss today's topics while indulging in the greatest of herbal essences. And today's show is brought to you by no other than Alien Berries. Now listen, if I'm a little off, it's because I've been smoking them alien berries. I'm gonna just let you know right now. And I'm saying I'm breaking up some more right now as we talk, as a matter of fact. So if you see me looking down, that's exactly what I'm doing. Breaking down some greenery. But as I'm breaking this down, I wanted to get into what I wanted to talk to you about today. You know, in writing rhymes, if you hear in the background, you hear a drum beat, right? Now this drum beat is simply BPM, beat per minute of 94. Now, what I really want you to do is pay attention to how, as I'm talking, I'm basically, me and the beat is one. So, my natural, this is a lesson on how to find your breath control, right? This lesson right here is about finding your breath control in delivery of hip hop. So now, when you're searching for your breath control, you want to find your natural talking pace, right? So my natural pace is around the 94. The way I deliver myself on a regular, as you can see, this is just me regularly talking, and it's catering to my delivery. So my natural BPM is a 94. Right, and this is what I tell everybody when you're trying to find your breath control in music, because it's going to be a part of your delivery. So, and if you want the most natural delivery, meaning something that doesn't sound scripted and written, more natural to the audience, right? You would want to locate your breath, like that delivery line of natural delivery. So once you have that, then you can go into developing whatever craft or delivery you're gonna go, because now you know your limit and you know how to play within your natural delivery, how you talk and stuff like that. So once you find that, you can go on to knowing who you are as an artist. You know what I mean? As far as somebody who's going to attract a listener in the feeling this original, unscripted. Like the entertainer, he's scripted. The artist, he's not supposed to be scripted. It's supposed to be natural and fluent. So you would want to locate that within inside yourself. You want to find that natural pace within you. So what I suggest you do is go on YouTube, like I did, right? Now go on YouTube, and what you do is, you just simply type in BPM, right? And you pick like a number range, right? And from that, and this is really more in the hip hop genre as far as just catching your breath control. Now, if you're singing, it's it should be a different process of finding your vocal range and being able to reach that range without the drop offs and and all of that. So, your BPM is based on your ability to hold a chord. You understand what I'm saying? Where hip hop, it really doesn't require you to hold a chord, but you should know tunes. You should know the different chords, and that way you could play with them within your delivery. Ups and downs, and those type of things. So if you wanna deal with chords, even in hip hop, the chords, the different tones that you dealing with is important. You know what I'm saying? Because it gives expression and all of that, and it's supposed to match the level of the music that you're doing. So your voice should either be dropping or raising, or stay at a moderate tone, depending on the beat. Like right now, I'm just playing a straight instrumental in the background. It has no level to it. So like no layers to it, should I say? Like horns and all of these other bells and whistles that you would have inside the song. This is just strictly just the drum. So let me see. I'm actually looking for some more weed. I think I'm gonna have to add some to this. Yeah. So when you working on that, when you working on your identity in hip hop, one should find, like I said, that BPM. Now that we're in there and we're on the BPM, and you can see as I'm talking, my breath control. You know what I'm saying? So imagine this being a rhyme, and my delivery could be just as smooth without having to put much emphasis on it, due to the fact that it's already at my natural pace. My natural pace is, right now, my natural pace is a BPM of 94. You understand what I'm saying? Which is a natural, that good spot for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So, go find your breath first. Find that. So go through your BPM, right? And just hold regular conversations while having the BPM, the beat. You don't want all of that. You just want the drum. So don't go looking for fly beats with, you know what I'm saying? It's not necessary right now. You be jumping the gun. You know what I'm saying? So all you want to do at this point is just find the BPM, go through your BPM, so go to YouTube, type in BPM, start at like 92. You know what I'm saying? And keep going up until you find that pace. Now, once you find that pace, now you can begin your journey as an artist, where being able to express yourself. Because remember, the BPM is you being allowed to express yourself without stress or strain. You understand what I'm saying? You want to find your natural speaking pace. You know what I'm saying? So once you find that pace, you can move on. But you gotta take the time to do that. You know what I'm saying? Take and I don't really think you're gonna find it necessarily in a day. You know what I'm saying? Because we have different moods. So, that's another thing. You wanna find that mood pace, so then you can relate to it naturally as you write in music. So if you notice yourself more hyper, right, when you speak in hyper, you're around like a 96 or a 97, right? So when you making your more amped up music, you understand that it's gonna be inside that range, because you're allowed to keep going without being blown off, like trying to fit on a 99, or like just say 100. I'm just throwing you a number out there where you would see that it wouldn't be natural. So then when you're on it, you wouldn't you'd be on it. You wouldn't be in it. You know what I'm saying? You want to be in the beat. You know what I'm saying? You want to be in the beat. You don't want to be on the beat, because then it doesn't sound organic. It sounds like place, like you was forced onto that, and you don't want that type of sound. You want a sound where you're actually a part of the music. You want them to you know, like in the waterbed, riding the wave of what you're saying because of how it's going to the beat. So I think a lot of people, at least with the lyrical artists, I think their concern is what they're saying versus what they're saying it to. You know what I'm saying? How does it blend? How does it all, attract an emotional feeling within your audience? Because that's the thing. Like I said, if you look at the Bible, when it's King Saul, that's where the whole music comes, the savage beast comes from, is because God was mad at Saul. So it says, an evil spirit of the Lord came over Saul. And David would play like the little, Lil, whatever you call it, like a little type of guitar type of a thing, and to soothe them, to make them, more relaxed. So from that, you understand that music plays a big part in expression where the world can take and embrace it. So whatever you feeling in the energy that you have, you're supposed to wanna deliver that through your music. You know what I mean? It's like it's supposed to have that same energy, or like if it was venomous, it's supposed to, still sound venomous. It's not supposed to, switch up the energy that was put into that. That's why when you take the time to write rhymes, you're supposed to consciously, and emotionally be aware of the energy that you're putting into it, because you're deliberately giving that energy back out. Meaning that, as an artist, you're deliberately lining your vocals up good, and dropping and raising levels. You're doing all of this for a reason. So you wouldn't want your lyrics to just be some bullshit. So everything is supposed to coincide in your expression to your audience when it comes to your music, because you're not gonna keep doing it over. So if they bought the album, it's there. That's it. That record is there. Now you might have people might do some other renditions, or they might catch your ass on a live show. But for the moment, whatever you put on that board, like now you can't say wax no more, none of that. So you know what I'm saying. But whatever you lay down, and it's been digitally saved. You know what I'm saying? That's permanent, because you put it out there like that. I don't think you could go out with a remix, but for the rest of us, we know that's what you sold us. So you want to be able to put that energy, into your music. All right. Oh, don't forgive me. I'm about to roll up. So like I said, take the time. But it says that's kind of eye-opening. I do some songwriting, and rap is some of the hardest singing I've tried, and I've never thought about learning my BPM. Yeah, take the time, learn your BPM. I'm telling you, it'll definitely change your presence when you're on music. It'll definitely change the way people perceive you and embrace your music, because it's not forced. It's a natural thing now. And like I said, a lot of people, they don't know their personal, and I'm not saying that you have to limit yourself to your BPM. What I'm saying is once you find your BPM, you start to know when you out your range. You know what I'm saying? You know that, nah, I'm pushing it. Like when I'm listening to this, even though I might love that beat, I could love that shit 1,000 times over, but I'm pushing myself into something that I just want because I like the sound, and I know it's not necessarily me that's built to give that um beat life. You know what I'm saying? Because once you want it, it's like now everybody trying to rhyme. They gonna say, yo, that's such and such beat. And so in their mind, as they're delivering, they're gonna be emulating you. And even the times when they don't want to. Because psychologically it's already in their head that that's your beat. Because you gave it that life. You know what I'm saying? So with that, you want to make sure that the things that you are bringing this life to, that is genuine. So that way you won't have to be arguing with your fans. You know, the people that's right next to you, should I say, and about how they hating and how they don't want to buy your shit. But it's just the fact that you not understanding, you know, your sound and how it's not really attracting people because it's not like a polished work, and that goes before you know, getting mix downs in studios. That starts first by you being able to sound legit on that song. So all of the fucking beats in the world and all of the engineers and bringing and leveling, it can't make that part happen. That part is strictly on you. So before you even worry about anybody who can do the cleanup job for you, I think you should be worrying about, you know, how polished you are once you walk in that booth. You should not be trying to be fixing it later. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why, you know, people like Jay-Z walked into booths and, you know, it's like the one take, you know, type of thing. He was listening and going through all of that way before we got this. So it looks this, you know, ominous, this great, you know, thing that he's doing. But in reality, you know, that's preparation. People ain't there to waste money. You know, that studio time costs, and the bigger you are, you know what I'm saying, the more your staff you need to pay at a certain rate. Some people ain't willing to do that. They want to get in, get out, and, you know, save as much bread as they possibly can. You know what I'm saying? And if I do it right, the amount of time I would have been spending on making one good song, which you always supposed to put that energy into, but now I could have probably, you know, broke that down to 3 songs, because before I even went to the studio, I put a lot of energy. Like I said, these are a lot of dudes who they think that they can just go in the studio, hear a beat, stand aside for 15 minutes, write a fucking rhyme, go in the booth, and all of a sudden they you know, the magical, you know, this magical MCing type of thing. I mean, I hear you. That shit sounds good for the hype. But, you know, that's not how that shit really works, man. And it really works where you have to put that energy in. You know, and you gotta do that before you even get there. It's like getting on the court. You don't you know, Michael Jordan don't decide he wants to practice, you know, 5 minutes before the game. Nah, that whole week, all of them times, all of them hours was already practicing. So by the time you see him shooting the ball before the game, that's warm up. That's not us trying to get on point right then and there. That shit sounds stupid. You know what I'm saying? So you're supposed to get your craft, your delivery, everything once, because when you go to see the person, okay, or they pass you the music, cool. You take the time, you fiddle around with some rhymes and see. But when it's time to really go in there to lay that down, if I'm inviting somebody to a session, and me personally, I'm gonna send you the music the beforehand. You know what I mean? So you know, if you coming in and you trying to write rhymes on the spot, you know, I'm not gonna really mess with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be like turned off by that. I'd rather you have a rhyme that was pre-written that might fit, the category in which we're dealing with. I'd rather that, because that way at least you could, fix it, edit it to make it fit. But at least it's, something that's already there versus, you trying to, I don't know, like try to make that shit work on the spot. And most of the time it sounds just like that. It's just like, oh, I got a big name on my track. It doesn't sound like we really went and tried to make a real song. Like it was just like, oh, here goes such and such, and they popped up. I was in the studio doing a session. They came, they jumped on it. Now everybody happy because these two people made a song together. That's how it sounds. You know what I mean? That's how it sounds a lot of times. That's how I felt. Like I told people, that's how I felt about the first Biggie album. The first Biggie album, I just felt like it was put together. It wasn't the artist being able to find their identity. Like when you listen to the second album, you can hear him on, not even on, like in the track. You can hear him in the music. Like when you listen to the Ready to Die, it just sounds like he's on tracks. You know what I'm saying? For me, that's just how I see it. So I don't know if anybody, and I don't want that to perceive as like I don't necessarily like Biggie. I just didn't necessarily like that first album. You know what I'm saying? Me, that's being real. I just didn't really like that first album. That second album, undoubtedly, could definitely mess with Reasonable Doubt, and it was written, and all of the rest of the artists who was coming out at that time, who was showing, true lyrical skills. I felt like that's what he came with the second time around. Second time around, he definitely came with the him, the identity, his identity. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell the pacing. Matter of fact, you listen to that Biggie first album and you listen to the pacing, right? And then you listen to the pacing of the second album and you could see a way more relaxed MC. You know what I'm saying? You could see somebody who was way more relaxed and giving his deliveries and all of those type of things. I don't feel it was the label forcing him anymore. I think he was able to just express himself as an artist. Right? So now that we got past, your BPMs, as far as it being, your catalyst of finding your breath control. You know what I mean? Like, your foundation should be finding your breath control first. That way you won't sound rushed, or lagged on tracks. I could point out a lot of MCs where you could hear tracks and it's just, they're not paced well. You know what I mean? It's like, and now they might, their words might hit like when the drum drop or whatever they're following. It might, that connection rhyme might be there, but like I said, the levels and the tones of everything, it'll be off. You know what I mean? It don't have that finished touch. I mean, but in today's time, I don't think people even recognize that anymore. In the sense that 90% out of the music, that you see out has this, fuck it, I just put it out. You know what I'm saying? And you, because of who I am, or the jewels that I might have, or whatever imagery I could put into the video, you'll eat that up. You understand what I'm saying? So it becomes more MTV. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that whatever the video is what's making the artist, versus the artist, created something that made the videographer be creative. You know, it's like one is saving the other. The big booties in the club scenes and the jewelry and all of that is making the song, not the song being hot. You know what I'm saying? So if you're willing to pay your way through the industry, then you wonder why, you know, you're saying that the industry is robbing you. That's the truth. You'll say, why the industry robbing me? But you didn't do the things to be an artist. You did the things to be an entertainer. So you let them buy you things and gear you up and this and put you in. You know what I'm saying? You let them do all of that because they sold you the image of the artist. You know what I'm saying? They sold you the image. They didn't give you the opportunity for you to be an artist. They told you, this is what you need to look like. This is the sound we want to hear. And they paid for that, though. You see what I'm saying? So now it's you just a mannequin that they testing clothes out on or something like that. So then they can get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? They can get rid of you after that because you ain't you know what I'm saying? It's not really you, it's them. So they hooked you up. They gave you all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? For them to sell their music. So you only got a piece of it, a little chump change, and you feel violated. You feel raped. You feel raped. You say, hey, wait a minute, the label did me dirty. Like, nah. You wasn't really an artist anyway, so don't worry about it. You'll deal with your entertainment problems. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, so now, okay, this is a BPM of 107, right? So let's go to the 94.
There's a way to truly know.
This is
to understand.
I'm on YouTube, so I'm just going through the. All you gotta do is, like I said, go to YouTube and type in like 94 BPM, 95 BPM. You know what I'm saying? Find your beat per minute, right? Because a lot of people would tell you about writing bars, like, oh, you know, the bar is 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1, right? But the pace of that is gonna determine, you know what I'm saying, the pace of the rhyme. So then that's gonna determine and dictate your breath control. You know what I'm saying? So in order for you to pull that off, you would have to understand, before you even worry about counting bars, you should worry about the BPM, because the BPM is going to dictate how fast them bars come. Meaning how fast you're going to have to get that out, or how slow it comes, and how much you're going to be able to get out within that short period or long period of time. Like a dragging beat, a beat that takes long, is actually supposed to be less wordings. You understand what I'm saying? So the faster the beat, the more you're supposed to be able to get out. So you want to be able to pace yourself within that. Think about it. Think about like a slow beat, and it's more whining. You know what I'm saying? More dragging. You understand what I'm saying? So a fast beat is up pace, so you have to get out a lot of work. So that them bars is gonna come at you faster, and you're gonna have to get them out faster. So before you worry about that, you would have to worry about your BPM, your beat per minute. You understand what I'm saying? That's the reason why I keep stressing the BPM. You know, as far as an artist is concerned, is because you want to be able to give your best, and that's even when it comes down to live performances as well. You know what I'm saying? If inside of your artistry you have like dancing and stuff like that, you got to consider all of this in your delivery. You know what I'm saying? So you want to play with your BPM. That's the number one thing I'm gonna always keep stressing to you. Go to your BPM first before you do anything. You know what I'm saying? Before I just got a text. Yeah, but before you do anything, understand the BPM of the beat, when you going into your producers and you're asking for beats, you know, and you understand the pace of the rhyme that you wrote, because like I said, you could just take a simple drum kit. You don't need all of the rest of that, the horns and everything. Just simply take the drum kit, you know what I'm saying, and rock out. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember, I'm just talking right now when you can hear the pace of the beat with me talking. Like, and as I'm stopping, you can see the beat has either an overpowering or you hear blank spots at the same time as I'm being blank. So that means that I'm hitting it right on the drum. You understand what I mean? And so that's what you want to find. You want to find that pace within yourself. You know what I'm saying? So even when you're doing something like this, I could have that playing in the background and it'd be low for me to hear, but it'll also allow me to stay at a certain energy. You understand what I mean? So the BPM plays in your everyday life. The BPM is like that way of expression. You know, your number one way of expression now, the levels and the tones and all of that, those actually play parts with horns and, you know, like your wind and string instruments should be your levels, where you're gonna play with your optics. You know what I'm saying? That comes in with your winds and your strings. Because, you know, wind, so even your lungs, you're giving out a wind. You know what I mean? So that's where you should develop, you know, your chords at. Meaning, like, what level you're gonna be at as you delivering your music. You know what I'm saying? You should base your level off of your horn, your strings and wind instruments. Your pace should be based off of your drums. Your pacing is like your heart. You know what I'm saying? The drums is the heart. It's the heart of the beat. So you should be at that heart. You know what I'm saying? Your expression should be at, you know, the winds, you know, like how you talk, your levels. You know, think about it. It might help you a lot. Alright? You know what I'm saying? So now let's go. I'm gonna scroll down, right? And I'm gonna show you this same rap, this same pace, right? With like just scrolling down, and it's gonna also lead you to beats that, you know, like say if it's it got like free, this one it says free beat, bloody money, hard boom bap instrumental 94 BPM. So like I said, you could actually look, most of the producers, right? So now this would be the tone of a 94, right? And you hear the harmony in it, you hear that it's allowed to be personal. Like, so you hear me, right? You hear my levels dropping to that. You know what I'm saying? It should Gabe, helpful. Thank you very much. You understand what I'm saying? So and that's not pass. I'm sorry, 13. I'm sorry if I'm not saying your name correctly. It's NEIPAS 13, I believe that is. If I'm saying it wrong, forgive me, but I'm more than happy to give out the shout out. It's very grateful. I'm grateful for that, should I say. So like I said, now as you hear it, I'm still speaking at the same pace. I haven't changed up anything. Now all you hear is levels on it. Now you hear different layers of music, right? And I'm still at the same pace. You haven't seen me change. You could take this same pace and go back and listen, and it wouldn't be any different because it's still at a 94 BPM, which is my natural speaking pace. You know what I'm saying? So you wanna how you doing? Okay. You know what I mean? So you want to be able to first find, like I said, your natural pace, right? And then from that, you understand, how much air you take in, how much you let out, how many words you can use within that breath, how to, catch your breath to be able to say a couple of more words and then stop to catch a deeper breath, to keep these type of pacings. So you want to be able to, only way for you to truly have that understanding is, like I said, don't be an artist at first. Be just a test dummy. You testing yourself to see where your natural pace is at. So don't worry about writing the rhyme when you're trying to discover you. You know what I'm saying? First you want to, discover you. You know who you are as a person, but you might not know who that artist is in the best way to deliver it to the people. Because sometimes we think just because we got something nice to say, it's supposed to be received in that same way. It's not. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, take everything in consideration. So find yourself. Like I said, me personally, I'm a 94. That's my natural speaking pace. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a more intimate pace. Like if you hear the beat in the background, you can hear the pace. It's a more soothing pace. It's more personal. It's a personal pace. Some people yeah man, you know what I'm saying? So they pace it. Everybody's pace is different. You know what I'm saying? And I mean just your natural pace. Then you could go search for your amped up pace or your sorrow pace. Because, if this is my natural pace, then my sorrow would be like down to like a 92. You understand what I'm saying? That would be more, somber type of a feel for me. You know what I mean? So for each person, they should, like I said, do that research. Because that's going to be your greatest weapon in being a great artist. You know what I'm saying? And because that way, now you don't feel rushed and you feel comfortable with expressing yourself with whatever you got to say. It's no longer trying to impress somebody else because it's your pace. Like, I'm moving at my pace, bro. I'm not moving at your pace. You know what I'm saying? And that way maybe I shouldn't be on that track. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be like, what they say, remember when, they say how Eminem beat, Jay-Z on Renegades and stuff. Like, you don't want to be that dude. You don't want to be where somebody can say that they came, or other people can say that this person came on your project. This is when the competition, because hip-hop is competition. So all of that humbleness, I'm not going to speak like, oh, you're supposed to be acting like, everything is sweet. Everybody that you get on the track with, you are supposed to be in competition in hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that it has to be the most guns busting. It just means the most artistic. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be at your A game. Anytime, and that means if I get on your track, I'm trying to beat you on your track. That's just how it go. You know what I'm saying? And you supposed to look at that, and we supposed to push each other. And that's how you know that you're gonna have a great ass fucking song. You know what I'm saying? When the competition is not competitive, it's motivated. It's motivational. You know what I'm saying? It's not really, even though we're competing, but it's to get the best that we can get out of this track. It's more the track that we're worried about than competing with each other. You understand what I'm saying? So we're pushing each other to make the greatest, material that we can put out. That's what I feel that competition should be if it's in hip-hop. You know what I mean? You're supposed to battle. That's what it was based on. So all of that stuff, I'm not saying none of that. But if you're getting on the track with somebody, you're supposed to sound like y'all belong on the track together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to think. Like, imagine Lil Wayne on a track. I couldn't hear Lil Wayne and Andre 3000 making a good song together. Like, that's just me. Like, maybe I'm confused on that, but I really do not see a great song. I hear fans happy for something, and I hear them, just co-signing it because they got what they want. You understand what I'm saying? But as far as it being that project, that long lasting, no matter what, I don't care. 2 years later, 1,000 songs came out, and motherfuckers is saying, nah, that's that track. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. You don't want to just, have something where, okay, 3 months later, it's something else. You want that songs where, shit, 2 years later, whole bunch of songs came out, but nah, your shit's still in rotation. That's what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Bro, Big Boy, and Andre are a classic duo that are meant to be on track. No. Yeah. We're not saying them, but I'm saying, I agree. Andre 3000 and Big Boy work well. I said, imagine Lil Wayne making a song with Andre 3000 or Big Boy. Like, it just wouldn't, I don't see that musical collabo. When it comes to Lil Wayne making songs with Drake and Nicki Minaj, it's like I said, those are just sporadic rhymes about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I see, now this is a faster pace. Hold on, put this one on. But, it would be because those are two big names. It wouldn't be because they were meant to, like if you hear Missy Elliott, right, and you hear Busta Rhymes, you could see them on the track naturally. You know what I'm saying? You could, peace, you know what I'm saying? What is this? I know it's Max 2. Is that Oscar Max 2? Peace, how you doing? Yeah, so, when, like I said, you could hear Missy Elliott, and you could hear, Busta Rhymes, and you could say, yes, I could see a blend, just like a perfect blend coming together. I cannot say I think of Lil Wayne and I think of Big Boy or Andre 3000 and say that, yeah, I could see that being a great collaboration. I don't see it. I don't see them even in the same kind of areas. I would see a Common making a song with Andre 3000 and it can be a hit. I don't see Andre and, Lil Wayne making a hit together. I'm from Aberdeen, Scotland, and Ireland, and Scottish. I have 2 dogs called Kobe and Lila. Oh, okay. Good to know. You know what I'm saying? Good to know. We probably put that in one of the raps. You know what I'm saying? Kobe and Lila. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna put in the round. But that's the dogs. He got 2 dogs, Kobe and Lila. You know what I'm saying? Respect them. What kind of dogs are they? We don't know what kind. Let me see. He says he has he's in Scottish. He just says he has 2 dogs. I don't know what kind of dogs they are. And he has a brother. Ooh. Okay. Good to know. Right. So when you think about like I said, when you take those 2 artists, you can see that, yes, these 2 people blend. You take these 2 artists over here, yeah, I don't think they blend. And that's what I mean about, the industry is just putting people together just due to the fact that, the consumer, not the true, how you say, indulger in the music, like, you know, use it as like a medicine, like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's just like a candy bar, something you just eat, you know, real quick and just throw away. It's like a Snickers, you know, like it's just a Snicker. You ain't really, you know, it doesn't really feed the hunger for music anymore. Now it's just like, you know, feed the beast real quick, but you still gotta go home and like there's no answer to that no more. You know what I mean? So that's what I just see when I think of hip hop in today's time. Like it's just a Snicker. Feed your hunger. I would hope you wouldn't make that a meal. Like I would hope you know what I'm saying? Like end your day off of hip hop music. It lacks a lot of substance. You know what I'm saying? Because the artists are not allowed to be artists. They're told to be emulators.
Also wanted to make it,
you know what I'm saying? To basically emulate what the other artists did. If this artist did that, emulate that, and that's what we want. So you're not really allowed to grow. So what I'm doing, what I'm attempting to do, is to support the artists so that way they could be courageous enough to say, no, this is what I want to put out. This is me. This is what my expression is. And I'm going to do whatever it takes for that to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just have it in them, man. Like, they have a craft inside them and they need to get it out. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when you look at 50 Cent's, what is it, in the club, when you see him on a treadmill and you look in the back, it's a sign and it says artist development. You know what I'm saying? And artist development is the number one thing that I feel that the industry has lost. Like now it's everybody is just an artist as they are. So there's no how you say, like guidelines to the craft, like what you doing. It's like, hey, you know, it's like the minute you get some drums and you can go boom, 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 now you're a drummer. And now all of a sudden it's like, you know, like you like, and you just like, yeah, listen, you know, it takes a lot of hours. You don't just do that shit overnight. You don't just get a drum set, open up your garage door, and all of a sudden you gonna come out with a hit tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? That's not how this works. So, you know, that's what I feel happened to the game. I feel like you just have this ability to just put out mixtapes and call them shits, you know, albums. You know what I'm saying? Like they just call them albums all of a sudden. Now they just albums. You know, that's a mixtape. Matter of fact, that's not even a mixtape. That's a demo. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nowadays, they're pumping out demos. They're straight demos. Just that you would use the shop to the label and then they take and, you know, clean it up and horn in on it. Nah, we just gonna put it out just like that. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's a fix. It's not an art no more. It's just a fix. People, if somebody want to hear about, you come up with a word. You say, you know, everybody's saying thought or thotty, right? Now I gotta come out with a title and I gotta be the one that's on that right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what hip hop became. Instead of they came out with thought, let me come out with something else, and me and my squad doing us. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, nah, I gotta do exactly what they doing. So they say Thotty, he made a song called Thotty's on the Block. He got Thotty, 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 and this person got, you know, Thotty in the body. And you know what I'm saying? It's like it becomes, it's like, okay, damn, let that person rock out. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Let them live. Why they can't live? You know what I'm saying? Why can't they, you know what I'm saying, enjoy the fruits of the energy that they put in without all the predators, you know, jumping in, trying to just, get a fast buck. You destroy the art craft. So I just want to, aid people on finding themselves. Like I said, so this right here, this whole talk right here is really just about, your BPM and breath control. That's what the whole objective is, to find your personal BPM. If anybody wants, you could request some beats or whatever. If you got anything that you want to be heard, I'll be more than glad to play it. I just wanted to give this talk real quick in order for everybody to understand. If you hear me being critical on something, like I could like the rhyme, like it could be hot, but I just feel like, so I'm just, if you hear me being critical, I would have to explain to you what my train of thought is in order for me to come up with why I don't necessarily subscribe to that song. Like, I just got an ear. You know what I'm saying? Before 50 Cent blew up, I was one of the people saying he going. I meant before the shooting. I just knew he had that energy. You know what I'm saying? Before Stack Bundles got killed, I was one of the proprietors of saying that, this dude right here is gonna be like the next Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? I truly felt like, Stack Bundles had that wordplay, but I think he was like with a mix of like a Cameron with a lot of flair, that Queen style though. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to think of artists that I just seen them. Oh, Benny the Butcher. When I heard Benny the Butcher, straight up, I said, nah, this dude right here, he gonna be nice. He gonna, he gonna hold it down. I remember I wasn't really rest in peace to my boy James. He when the Locks first came out, they had a song with McGruff. You know what I'm saying? Rap McGruff. This is like back in the days. And so this is like the first time I heard of them. I personally wasn't a fan of them. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, whatever. But he was a fan of them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving him the shout out to say, okay, you called their longevity. I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? For me, I didn't see it. So I keep it G. Like, there's some people where you just be like, I don't really see them having longevity. You know what I'm saying? But then there's other people you could look at and you could say, yeah, man, like, I can hear it. Like, I could hear that in them. Like, I wasn't necessarily a fan of what you call him? What's your old boy name? Max B. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't necessarily a fan of Max B, but the streets was. So I can say, I don't know if his career would have lasted long or not, but I just, like, he's one of them examples of people that I felt that was putting out mixtapes or demos. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just didn't sound good. It just sounded like, I don't know, like, I don't know, it just didn't sound good to me. So, you know what I'm saying? But who knows? He probably would have blew up if he didn't get caught up in all of that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So I just know that sometimes I don't always go with, what the masses decide. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard Jay-Z and I knew off the rip, like, this dude right, when I heard Reasonable Doubt, a lot of people, they was caught up in the whole East Coast, West Coast thing. So even on the East Coast, they was sleeping on Jay-Z. I wasn't. I'm one of the few people that was like, no, nigga, Reasonable Doubt is like the best thing I've ever heard. Then, at that time, it was really like a three-way war. It was Reasonable Doubt, it was written, and it was only built for Cuban links. If you was looking in my deck at that time, I don't know what else might have been playing, but I know for a fact, those three albums was in heavy rotation. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, that's just how, I can say, like, nah, man. That first album, like, I stopped messing with Jay after his third album. You know what I'm saying? I got everything I needed. Like, after the third album, because, like I said, I'm more into concept rhymes. So, like the "You Must Love Me's" and it was all good just a week. Like that started slowing down. You know what I'm saying? And so once that started slowing down, I started slowing down with him. Like, not to say he became a bad artist. It was just, that's just what I'm like a Cool G rap fan because he tells stories and Ice Cube and, Scarface and Slick Rick and like if Benny the Butcher, Ghostface, like I'm trying to think like Redman's and like certain people where like that's a part of their whole makeup is to be able to follow concepts, you know what I'm saying, from beginning to end. Where other artists, you can't say that. You can't say that they're actually associated with following a concept. Like the people like Cameron, Biggie, I'm thinking of like the abilities to actually complete, a train of thought. You know what I'm saying? Those are the artists that, but the main ones was the ones that I named first, Those are like the people that, I think about when I think about being able to get your point across. Now, some of them might have not done it as good as others, meaning that they might have still sound pasted on. You know what I'm saying? But they still had that ability to keep it, you know what I'm saying, within the context and enough on beat to where you like, okay, that shit is official. You know what I mean? So for me, that's why I do these things. I'm having these conversations because I want to bring back that feel, like somebody being able to express themselves, without it being a marketing scheme, without you telling me how much this Gucci is and how much your diamonds is, and you know what I'm saying? Okay, wait, you telling me, you bragging to me, because I'm the one buying your shit, then you shitting on me, telling me how these broke niggas. I think that's not a good look for you, man. I don't think that's what I want to do. I don't want to buy an album with you talking shit to me about me getting you rich. That shit sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to know why you feel that way. How did you get there? You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not real, to build that emotional or train of thoughts. Like I said, it could be you talking about, you got like 5 songs, party songs about you partying. But how did you get there? You gotta have some personal shit. The When the Lights and Cameras is off songs. You understand what I'm saying? That's basically what I'm saying. You gotta have the When the Lights and Cameras is off songs. Where are those songs? Where are the songs of regular everyday? Because every day can't be you. I hope every day ain't you drinking and, popping quaaludes or whatever the hell you're doing out there. You know what I'm saying? I hope it ain't, that's your whole, day. Because if you're putting out the music, that's what we're under the impression of. That, you know what I'm saying? That that's all you doing. So in order for you to build a personal relationship with your audience, you have to be personal with them. You can't come in the game with this, oh yeah, I'm just better than you because I got diamonds and a Lexus and people just hating on me. I don't think that really tells us when like how are they hating on you? We don't know. We don't understand. Understand that you got diamonds on. I think anybody who's broke is going to be tempted, to not like you or like you more than what you want to be liked. Yeah, they like you a little too much, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that constitutes hate. You know what I'm saying? I think that's, situational. But your struggle in life, or the struggles just to get to that, it don't even have to be like your own personal struggle. It could be like, you got, a song about, coming up in the hood. You got another song about, the heartbreak with your girl, or even you fell in love with your girl, right? It don't have to always be a negative. It could be a positive. It could be a whole bunch of positive events that happen that led us to be partying with you on these 5 tracks right here. But I think we need to know how the hell you got there. I just think that's fear as in developing your project, because this is a project. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, back in the days, people would look at the album cover, they would look at the titles and see, it was a whole fucking, world to people like me. You know what I mean? So, I think that's Rob. Now it's just, titles and your hook saying whatever the title is, and that's just the whole song. The title is, I get money. I get money. I get money. Hey, I'm on the block. Get your money. That's it. It's like, what? So I think that's robbing your listeners, because whatever amount of time, I don't know how much time it took you to make that shit, but I think my time is valuable enough to where I don't want to waste even 4 minutes of listening to that bullshit. I'm sorry. So, I don't know. I understand. You might have felt like, the energy you put into it, the robbing and killing, all the stuff you said you did in that song. You might have put a lot of energy into it. And, it might have been more than just getting to the studio. It was all the hell you had to go through to get in the studio. But I don't want to hear that shit. I'm just sorry to tell you. You got to find somebody else. It's not for me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Each his own. You know what I'm saying? But find your BPM, which is like basically, your breath control. Your BPM is your beat per minute. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, go to YouTube, type in BPM. It depends on, first, like I said, you want to find your speaking pace. So just start in the 90s, go through the 90s and go through the beats as you're talking. Just regularly talk. Don't try to fit yourself to the beat. Don't do that. Don't, you know what I mean? Just naturally speak and let the BPM tell you your pace. It's like, what's the name of the thing? I forgot. I'm sorry right now. It's the, you got the little, it's like, it's for pacing. You know what I'm saying? So, the BPM is that. It's just giving you pacing without trying to just listen to that one. Now you got a whole, construction put together. Because that's what hip-hop is just basically, spoken word. So you want to know your spoken word at a pace. That's what basically you want to, do. That's why you want to find your BPM, and your BPM is going to help you locate your breath control. Because as you're talking, you're going to see, as the beat goes, how much you hold to continue. You know what I'm saying? Then you can see like when you could stop. Because now after you go through that, like I said, now if you got a regular drum BPM, you can go to songs that have the wind instruments and string instruments, because that's what's gonna dictate the mood of the song. You know what I'm saying? The drum is just the pace. The horns and like the strings, like the guitars and all of that, that's the mood. You know what I'm saying? The energy. So that's gonna determine how upbeat you're gonna be or how low. The drum is supposed to just tell you your pacing. You understand, if that makes sense? So, like, let me see if I can find a beat, right? This is New York 90s boom bap type. Let's see.
Take your videos offline and watch uninterrupted.
Pardon me, I'm just going through this real quick.
When boards get out of hand or foot,
hold on.
Compound W helps clear them away fast. The number.
Skip. Put this up. now, so that you can see I'ma just keep talking. This that naturally just be me. You know what I'm saying? And from that, you're just gonna see like how I could just naturally keep pace to the beat. Like I'm not doing anything. I'm not, you know, designing it in any type of way. But as you could see, when I'm talking, the beat, it like emphasizes what I'm saying. So now I can play on the beat. See how like it stopped and then I stopped and stuff like that because it's naturally on key with me. Like I'm not doing nothing. So I don't have to, it's not like hopscotch. What's that? Not hopscotch. What's the, double dutch. It's not like double dutch where, you know, I'm trying to catch my end. That's what happens when you on a beat that's at a BPM that's not you. You understand what I'm saying? When you on beats that are not in your BPM range, because now that you find your BPM, you can go within, you know, like I say, like a BPM up. So say if I'm on a, pardon me, let me turn it down. All right. Now say if I'm on a, my natural BPM is 94, right? I can move it up to a 95 and drop it down to a 93, and I would still have a decent pace. Because now that I know my natural pace, now I can pick it up a little more, just a little more, and still be natural. You know, after that, you start designing, reconstructing yourself within the music after that. You know what I'm saying? What you're supposed to do, like I said, never get, you know, as an artist, you're not supposed to be compliant. You just want to find yourself in your artistry first. You know what I'm saying? That's your number one thing. You can't really express yourself in a good way if you don't know how to do that. So you have to find that BPM. There's this, like, you know, I'll keep going on, but I just need to emphasize that. I need to stress that because I think people overlook the importance of just that one thing. Understanding your pace, your win, all of that is going to come from that element first. You understand what I'm saying? That's going to be your number one element, your BPM. So when you're shopping for beats, you know what I'm saying? Anybody got any beats out there they want me to pull up? I'll be more than happy to pull it up. You know what I'm saying? But when you're shopping for beats, you want to be able to shop for beats that match your natural, you know, delivery of things. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I was trying to really I'm turning my computer headphones down. Yeah. So now that we got that, so now I stressed that to you. I really wanted somebody to put up like request a beat. So I'm gonna just actually I figured, you know, probably some producers, somebody who would have a BPM range that they would like to present. So let me go inside here. Let me go into music. Pull up. Let's see what this is. This is supposed to be a Kendrick Lamar type beat. It's called Beaches. This was brought out 4 days ago. Drop some weed.
Liberty Mutual.
Ball.
Alright.
Bet you didn't think this pizza is made from chickpeas, huh? Yeah, just look at it sizzle.
To the beat, so that meant that if I'm in the studio, I don't have to stress myself. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying, kill myself, you know, to make the song. Because I'm already at a nice pace. All I got to tell them is, listen, you know, turn the headphones up, turn my mic up or whatever, and we can take it from there. They got everything else. You know what I'm saying? And then if you don't stress it like that, that way you could easily throw your ad-libs and all of that in there, and it wouldn't be a problem. Like I said, this is art. This is hip-hop. This is not, you know, like R&B or something like that, where that's your, you have to hold these chords and these notes, and you know what I mean? Like, this is hip-hop. All you have to do is cater to them. Yeah, as I said, the beat is nice, right? The beat is nice. This is, Epic Beats. This is a producer. You know what it is? They I said I really I just love instrumentals, so that's all I do is I type in and I just look for a certain type of artist. You know what I'm saying? Like say Kendrick Lamar, like say I heard some beats and I think that they were nice, then I would go in and type that, you know, and I just get a whole bunch of stuff that would pop up with that. For right now, I've been dabbling a lot in like the Benny the Butcher type beats. I don't really like the Griselda beats, but I do like the Benny the Butcher beats. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't like the I don't know. The Griselda beats just seem empty. You know what I mean? I like I used to like the Nipsey, but I just think they just a little too, I don't know, like tiring. You know what I'm saying? Let me see who I like. I like a lot of the Cam. What BPM is this? You figure? Oh, I'll tell you right now. It should like if most producers, they'll put you on. They'll let you know what it is. Let's see here. What would the BPM be? Let me see. Hold on a minute. Cause it's like as I'm talking, it feels like a 93, 94, 93. Let me see. Okay, just giving you options. Cause they like, you know, they tell you how you could, you know, purchase them, how much there's different ways you could purchase it, whether leasing or outright owning. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's to let the MC, stand out. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because you want to be able to, like I said, if you don't know your BPM, then you're never gonna really understand your delivery and how natural you could sound. You know what I'm saying? Because you working off of how the beat sound, meaning that beat is hot. Yo, I gotta be on that beat. Versus how am I gonna be on that beat? You understand? Like how am I gonna come across on that beat? If just because the beat is hot don't mean that I can't fuck the beat up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not hot on it. You know what I'm saying? So there'd be a lot of beats where you'd be like, damn, that shit had potential. Or even the artists had potential, but they, you know, like the rhyme might have had was hot as shit, but you be like, it really didn't go with that beat. You know, like how they complain about Nas and they'll say like Nas can't pick out good beats. Like he got official rhymes, but for some reason he always say he picks bad beats. Like that's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you don't know your sound, and I don't mean just like what you like hearing, but it might not be your sound. You know what I'm saying? It might not be your sound. So that means that you might could pull off a song or two of some real official shit, but that don't mean that, you know, you're gonna keep like a large bass because it's not really you. You just like it because that's what the pace of music is at the time. You know what I mean? That's how I felt about the group home. Yeah, okay. I didn't like them. I didn't like the group homes. Premier did his thing, but the rap, exactly. Like I did not like them. Like for some reason, like the group home, like I don't know. It's that, and especially the one dude, like nigga life with me, life with kind. Like I forgot how the rhyme go because I really wasn't into the dude like that. But just I remember his voice, like. But I didn't like Guru either though. I'm keeping G with you. I did not like Guru, man. I felt like he was so boring and dry. Like a lot of people got over because of Premier. Premier was just that dude. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't really have to do a lot. I think that, you know, he could carry a lot of dudes. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I didn't like the group home. I did not like, I just remember that they like the kind. You know I know it. Like I know them. You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't understand. Like they didn't really get a good run though, so I was happy. Like they just got some run. You know what I'm saying? But they definitely wasn't a good group to me. Like I was happy to see them get they what. It's like you remember Fushnikins? Remember Fushnikins? I didn't like them. I didn't like the Fushnikins. They had a good album. Them, you know, they was with Marley, so you know he definitely polished all of that shit up. But I didn't like the Fushnikins. They wasn't my group to be. You know what I'm saying? To be playing. You know. But I didn't like. I ain't like Nori. I like us. I like probably like 3 official songs. One, probably like one of my favorite all-time songs of all time. You know, sometimes that song, sometimes it's probably like one of my favorite songs of all times. You know what I'm saying? As far as hip hop is concerned, but I wouldn't buy a Nori album outside of that's the Melvin Flint album, if I believe. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for these rap hot takes, ha ha. I don't know what that means. Okay, I'm here for these rap hot takes, huh? Okay. But you understand what I mean, though? Like, I just wasn't a fan of Nori. I mean, cause I can't see. You know what it is? Could you see Nori up on stage right now screaming what? You know what I'm saying? Like, could you? Could you? Could you see, you know what I'm saying, Nori right now running around on stage screaming, what? Jerry Tola. Could you see that? Really? I couldn't see it. I didn't like it then. Fuck, I can't see that shit now. I can't see that. And if you put his lyrics together, you'd be like, what the hell is he saying? Like, I don't know what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a lyricist. I love lyrics, and I love the ability to express it to a beat in its proper form. I don't think I like the Raw Report. Capone and Noriega is as much as held it as no, that's different. That's different. I think because I was always a Gaddafi fan. Like, you know, I don't like saying fan because I didn't know his personal life, so I think that's what fans do. You know what I'm saying? Like, fans to tell you, you know, like, what's their favorite meal and color and shit. Like, I'm not a fan of shit. You know, like, I admire the you know, certain artists. So, I admired, Gaddafi. You know what I'm saying? Tragedy Gaddafi and shit. Even from back when he made Arrest the President. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like he was the thing that actually made that connection. Because if you listen to Nori and you listen to Capone, they don't like match. Like Capone is like an MC, you know, serious, you know, trying to get his words out, you know, mastering the craft. And Nori is like a hype man. But if you was in a battle and you know like a real like say, you know, like big names are having a battle and Nori came in the cipher, like you probably just would have said nothing because you know he was rolling with like niggas who was wilding. So, but you wouldn't take him serious in the rap battle. You know what I'm saying? Like you just be like, you know, give him 5. You know, like I remember like my homies, like they used to be like real dancers. I mean, like dealing with Flex, and I don't know if you remember Flex and all, but like you know, real rap videos and stuff like that. So, so you know, I never was really that type of person, but these are my dudes. So we in the club. I mean, they in real ciphers with bad bitches. So you know, I got my little 1-2s. You don't take me serious. You just go, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you get the crowd, woo woo, all that, and you just get the fuck out the way. That's how I felt Nori was when it came to being on the stage and shit. I just felt like, you know, he's there to add that flavor, but you don't really, you know what I'm saying, take him like serious as an MC. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I felt about it. Like, but when you think the War Report, I think the Gaddafi, the tragedy energy, I think that was that middle ground to to a mellow Capone and a real hype Nori. I think he was like that good blend to make that album official. You know what I'm saying? Did you hear Gaddafi's album with Paz last? Nah, I didn't actually. I'm gonna go check that out. I didn't yeah, of course I like Wu Tang Clan. Who don't I mean I don't like all the members of the Wu. You know what I'm saying? But like I mean, and what I mean by that is through time a lot of it wore off, so now you could see, I mean, the Wu, you know what I'm saying? Now you could see who lasted the test of time. Like, and so, Ghost, I think that's my number one Wu dude is Ghostface. You know what I'm saying? I kind of stopped messing with Raekwon after Immobilarity. The Genius, RZA, and Deck, like their first albums will always be classics, so I can play those like forever. But I don't think I would ever look for them as if they put out new stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, Golden Arms, I don't think I ever messed with Golden Arms. Master Killer, I don't know. Capadonna, I think. Like once I had like a Ghostface type of a thing, I don't think I really kind of had a need for a Capadonna. Not to say he whack, but so yeah, I fucks with Wu. Yeah, I fucks with Wu. You know what I'm saying? Do you have a rap beef with anyone? Me? No. I don't. Okay. These are okay. I don't mess with the Young Thugs. I don't mess with the Little Waynes. I don't mess with the put it like this. If you know anybody with any colors in their hair, I'm not listening to them. So you can say that's a beef because I just won't even entertain you. Outside of that, I just take it as a craft. I just take hip hop as a craft. I'm not invested in it to the point where. Oh, I don't like I don't like Kanye. Outside of that, like I said, I mean, there's like certain people that I just won't mess with at all. Like I have no interest in, and then there's others where I guess it's like it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? I have a good rule of thumb. Who had a good rule of thumb? Probably Kanye, and make them producing Ghost's next album. Oh, for real? Oh wait, you saying Kanye is producing Ghostface next album? No, you're not. You get out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna force me to listen to some Kanye shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I gotta look that up. Let me hold on a minute. Let me look this up right now. You might be messing with me and shit. Let me check this out. Hold on. Let me check this out. Let me see. Kanye. Okay. Ghost album. Let's see. Where we at here? Let me check this out. He messing with me here, people. He messing with me here, people. Alright? He messing with me here. Okay. Let's go up here. Alright. Album. When it says advice to Supreme Clientele too. Okay, let's see. That was an official album. Clientele 2. B, okay. Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, you're right. Okay. That's going to, listen, man, I'm telling you, like, Ghostface is the best dude. And I ain't see this how you know. I ain't like you putting me on. I'm not saying this because I knew that. I'm saying that like out of my personal, you know what I'm saying, feelings. Like I think Ghostface is, you know, was and always is like the most universal artist out of Wu-Tang. They tried to give the title to Method Man, but I personally felt like after his first album, Method Man has been saved by Redman. Like, you know, Redman was already staple, you know, but the thing is, Redman was like heading on a decline. You know what I'm saying? Remember, you know, this is Doc 2000 and Def Jam. This is like when Def Jam was doing a lot of shifting and they was grabbing a lot of artists and, you know, so they had Method Man. They seen the Method Man appeal wasn't really that strong as you know when it first came out, but that was a lot of gimmicks with the you know the fake eye and the woo itself. So they linked them two up, and I felt like that made both of their careers last longer. But one, not because he was trash, meaning Redman, but more on the fact that I think his, you know, like the decline. It was just on the decline, and I think that, you know, pushed him right back up there. But Meth, I think Meth was actually over. You know what I'm saying? I think Meth was over. But yeah, Ghost always been that dude for me when it came out of Wu. You know what I'm saying? Because like, and if you notice, I'm leaving Raekwon out of it because you know Purple Tape was my favorite like album. Like I told you, that was competing with. It was written in Reasonable Doubt. Those are like in rotation. So for me, like I never really felt like you know like Raekwon be making sense. I be thinking. A lot of times he be sounding like he just throwing shit in there and it don't really be, you know, adding up to anything. So I just, you know what I'm saying? I think Ghostface has always been very clear what he had to say. So, you know, for me, I mess with, you know, Ghost for that reason personally. But, yeah, I definitely mess with Wu. And Supreme Clientele 2, I know that's going to be fire. There's no, listen, you can't tell me Supreme Clientele 2 is not going to be fire. The first one was official. Iron Man was official. One day I'm going to break down the secret messaging of Wu-Tang. Anybody ever want to hear the secret messaging of Wu-Tang? You know, let me know. I tell you the like something that is right in your face and you probably would never think about it. So if I break it down for you, you know what I'm saying, go fuck your head, you can be like, wow, yo, you know what, I never even noticed that shit. So yeah, it's how, you know, it's an ill game they did. I liked it, you know what I'm saying, I peeped it. So, you know, anytime you want to know, just let me know. I'll be willing to give you the breakdown. It's like I told you about the Nas, you know, basically telling you he's a Freemason by saying, you know, the song, If I Ruled the World, you know what I'm saying, which is basically Lauryn Hill saying, if I ruled the world, I free, like she says, if I ruled the world, I free all my sons, right? She's basically saying I'd be a Freemason. You know what I'm saying? So, secret messaging sounds like a good stream. Yeah, that's yeah, I can break down the whole rule, like that whole start was ill. Like I ain't gonna lie, like through the programming of the music. You know what I'm saying? You would like in the it's more. You just tell me if you want me to tell you. I tell you right now, it's not a problem and shit. But I like to give visual, you know, for you to in audio, because with that you require to actually hear it in see what I'm trying to get across. But it's like okay, when you listen to the 36 Chambers album, right? You hear it's like it's RZA. And he's like this. He's like, yo, Doge, yo, Ray, yo, come here, man. Remember, like, you know, like he's yelling at them. Like, but this is on the Woo album. You know what I'm saying? So from that is letting you know that remember, because they talk about being in different chambers. So they're introducing the fact that Ghost and Ray is like basically who you gonna see together, right? Because remember, that's just in the ad lib, right? So now remember they're talking about Killer Bees. So this, and you got to remember the Killer Bee part because this is gonna play a part, right? Now, when you go into the purple tape, right? You see what? You see Raekwon, right? And then you see Ghostface behind them, right? So now they like like the Scouter Bees, they out, right? So now in that album, right, you're gonna hear Ghostface say he's gonna talk about two things that's gonna lead to his album, right? There's gonna be one, it's gonna talk about the Wallabies. He's gonna say, yo, remember the you like paint them blue and cream, you dripping like marble cake, right? The next, when you see his album, which on the album you see the Wallabies and you see the colorful Wallabies, right? That's one. Then you're gonna go back into the Raekwon album, and you're gonna remember the song what is this I played the speaker, sipping on Kahlua, saw a bad bitch with a switch, and yo, I had to step to it in a manner, right? He's kicking the game, right? At the end of that, you remember he's talking, he's like he having a beef. He's like, and then he's like woo, it's like the sun is out, but the sun always out. You remember that whole part of the skit. If you go back into the Ghostface album, you will see he has the song where he's beefing with the broad. Can you spit a freestyle for us real quick? Yeah, sure. But if you go into the song, you'll see that he's beefing with the broad, because basically I guess he burnt them. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really, you know what I'm saying, you put it together, but these be these little subtle things that were put there to make, a connection. And like I said, so and now let's go into, now you remember in the Ghostface album, Capadonna pops up, right? So now let's go to the Killer Bees things again, because now when you look at with the Capadonna's album, you'll see three of them now like bees. Like first you see one or two, next thing you know you start seeing more coming. Look, yeah, man, you gotta pay attention to the messaging, man. I mean, there's not no super, hype, like hype shit, but it was put there for you to be able to follow along through these skits and connections through songs. They stopped after a while, but that was like how they was doing it, in the beginning. Well, I'm looking for a beat to play, alright? But he said that listening beat was hot. Let's see how this sound again. It's just different. Okay. Okay, hold on. Look. That ain't got nothing to it. It's just a dry beat. I thought it was gonna be more to it. Hold on, let me find a beat. Let's go inside here. Okay. Hey yo, Boger. This is a Boger beat. watching Sopranos, so this is like some mob shit, alright? Some mob shit.
Hey yo, Boger, fuck 'em up.
Look, see how the mobsters live? Shark suits, shoes, ostriches? Nah, we don't take hostages. Point tools behind ears, straight rocket kid. You know, horning on neighborhood businesses. Like, fucker, you gots to give, cause I gots to live. See, Uncle Paulie wants a Jag, nephew Paulie wants a Benz. We tight like brothers, but we not friends. So if you get caught in the park talking to the narcs, trust right then, this partnership ends. Take a trip in the trunk, get thrown in cool waters in. Not the type that come in blue bottles. Here money bone models and Teflon dons, well, they get hit with blue tip hollow. So cover your mouth when you talk, fed read lips, and phones get bugged by DC snitch. See, conspiracy is easy charge to get when you don't watch for the sneak holes. Eyes on the peephole and search for something they can give to the people. Then you're getting hit with the RICO. That's RICO. Not ROCO. See, that time's lethal. Might not get you a sequel. Hold on, you know what I mean? Just a little song. And I don't know how that was, you know, tell me how that was, you know what I'm saying? That was my little mob shit, you know what I'm saying? My little mob shit. I've been watching Sopranos, so that was just some like shit I was you know, coming up with and shit. How it sound? I like that beat, that shit was hard. Oh, good looking now, like good looking now. You know what I'm saying? That's a little something I just like I said, I was watching Sopranos, so you know, I wasn't really expecting the beat. So like I said, I just do it to like almost any beat. So I like what I do is I'll work on something like at a natural flow, and then I'll be able to basically like shape shift, you know, with different beats. So if like the beat has a different pattern to it, and if I know the beat, I'll be able to catch it because I know what I already designed. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say find your BPM first. Like if you find your BPM first, you be able to start playing around. I'm watching The Wire for the first time. Yeah, I know this is my first time seeing The Sopranos. I like, you know, not to be funny, but you know, growing up, when you know, it's like I don't need to watch people do stuff, and I'm in an environment where all of that. So I never seen The Wire, I never seen The Corner, I never seen none of that because, like, why am I watching something that's right around me? Like, I don't need to fucking sit down and, you know what I'm saying? So now, like, I'm gonna watch The Wire. Actually, we actually doing it in reverse. I'm watching Sopranos. I think I'm gonna watch The Wire next. That's what I'm gonna actually watch the next. So, you know, like, I don't want to spoil it, but the reason why I didn't watch The Wire is the same fucking reason I was cursed with at the end of Sopranos. So I might as well just watch The Wire now. So, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to avoid some bullshit. Well, for me, I do shows about like messaging, which inside the you know, shows and stuff like that, the secret messages that they give to people. So you know, that's the reason why like when I do the old shows, I like watch them like in a straight line, so that way you can see all of the stuff that was laid out and it's easier to point out. Whereas if you watching it like a TV show, like where once a week or something like that, you've been bombarded with it through other different avenues and you won't be able to catch it. So, you know, the best way to do it is to watch one series straight through, and that way you could see the messaging, especially since it's old shows, you know, like The Wire and Sopranos. it shows that already, the hype already went. So you could see what the message that they was trying to get across, and you can look in today's time and say, yeah, wow. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I watch those. But I know, like I said, for The Wire, I'm from the hood, man. I don't really need to, see The Wire or them to amp up some bullshit and make up a lie and try to convince me that's how the hood was. You know what I mean? Either way, so, you know what I mean? I'll get to it. I said I'm going to watch it after The Sopranos. But, yeah, that was the rhyme that I wrote, just thinking about it. You know what I mean? Like, look how the mobsters live. Sharp suits, shoots that are hostages. And nah, we don't take hostages. 22s behind Air Street. Rocket kids who be honing on neighborhood businesses like I gots to live, so you gots to give. See, that's just what it is. See, Uncle Paulie wants a jack. Nephew Paulie wants a Benz. We tight like brothers, but we not friends. So if you get caught in the park and you talking to the narcs, you can trust right then this partnership ends. Take a trip in the trunk, get thrown in blue waters, and not the type that come in blue bottles. Here money bone models and Teflon dons, well, they get hit with blue chip hollows. So cover your mouth when you talk, fed read lips, and phones get bugged by a DC snitch. See, conspiracy, that's an easy charge to get, and 20 joints for a fuck up is a hard one to live with. But you don't watch for the sneak codes with the eyes on the peak code. When searching something, nigga, to the people, and then you hit with the RICO. That's RICO, not ROCO. See, that chance lethal might not get you a sequel. Yup. I came to this stream late. I'll go back and listen to what you shared. Yeah, that's good. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was just really building on BPMs, like I was building the other day, but this time I'm explaining how the BPM plays a major part in your breath control. Like once you identify your BPM, you could understand a better way of delivering without sounding like you're reading a script. You understand what I'm saying? It's more you because you understood, and you don't have to feel nervous about your breath because you understand when you're about to lose, so when to pull in and how much you need to pull in to continue on. So the best way to do that and identify that is to identify your BPM. So I was saying, go on YouTube, just simply start with a BPM of like 93, 94, but just play a drum. Don't play no other instrumentals. You know what I mean? And from that, just talk regularly and find out what your natural pace in talking is. And that's how you would find your natural BPM. Like as you see as I'm talking right now when the beat is going, if you listen and like if you play this back, you will notice that is like I'm basically hitting it as I'm talking. You understand what I'm saying? So you'll find your BPM and you'll be able to identify, your breath control. And that'll help you with your delivery. That's what I'll be talking about next is once you identify, your BPM for your breath control, now you can, find your identity and, like your swag or, you know how they say like that ultra personality, you got Jay-Z when he was like this, the drug dealer dude, he had like a certain type of swag, like that identity. You'll be able to identify that after you understand your breath control because now you gave your character life. You know what I'm saying? Once you identify your breath control, whatever role you're getting into, because this is entertainment. You know what I mean? So whatever role you're getting into, it'll fit you more comfortably. You know what I'm saying? On whether it's a swag or this gangster or the lover boy or whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. What I'm saying is that alter ego will be able to come to life because you breathed life in it through the BPM. if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically, the reason why I'm promoting the BPM right now is, that's your core of your artistry, especially in hip hop. If you're in hip hop, your core is gonna come from your BPM. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Now after that, because remember, you could get into this game emulating other artists, but that's not gonna be you, and it's gonna show through your music. So in order for you to identify yourself, like I said, take a BPM, go on YouTube, let it play, go through them. They got, many different levels, so you keep going until you find your energy. And now once you there, then you can, develop your breath. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's easy. Now when you're in front of the mic, you know that pace where you ain't got to kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then whatever you trying to say will come out smoother. You know what I mean? That's basically what I was saying in the front. You know what I'm saying? So, look into it. Try to find your BPM. Like I said, go on. Just go on YouTube. That's what I did. Type in. I'm at, like, my natural was a 94. You know what I'm saying? So when I went in, I just type in, simple drum beat, 94 BPM. You know what I'm saying? And from there, the beats are playing. You'll just, like I said, you might not be a 94, so jump around, see where your level is at, and then from there, you on that path to be able to build you. You know what I'm saying? Your identity. And I think that's what a lot of people don't do. They don't build themselves. They don't design their craft. They just see a craft, and it's like they think it's like working in McDonald's. Well, all I gotta do is just, press this. You know what I mean? But if you planning to be a longevity artist, you got to be way more than just, pressing, the burger and saying they want a double. You know what I'm saying? It should be more than that, is what I'm saying. It should be, with that. Remember the Drake and Future video where they at the restaurant and they have these dreams, and he's like, yeah, you could be the video guy. Like, you should be that. You know what I'm saying? It should be that. It shouldn't just be like, I'ma do what they doing. No, I'ma be that, but I'ma take it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not even going that whole path. I'm going a whole different path, and I know my shit gonna shine just because it's gonna be that good. They just gonna feel it, and that's what I'm saying. So, But like I said, tell me a beat. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Tell me some beats. You know what I'm saying? I'll go in with the bars real quick. You know what I'm saying? I just be here just, you know what I'm saying, dropping some jewels. I be hoping some people get it. I just be wanting to hear real artists. I'm tired of hearing, carbon copies. So I'm taking the time so I don't have to hear, the carbon copies. I want to hear the real deal. So, you know what I'm saying? I believe in the artists. Like, there got to be artists out there who truly wants to express themselves. And so I'm saying, well, maybe they might not understand what they need to do to get there. So let me just offer a little coaching. Like, hey, I'm not telling you what to do, but try these exercises and see if they work for you. See if these exercises that I'm offering you work for you. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Because these are just exercises, like something a lot of people might have never considered the importance of when they're dealing with music. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people just don't really give that a deep thought. They just think, oh, well, I can get on the beat because it's hot. And then they be, like I said, you always wonder why everybody looking like, You know what I'm saying? It's because it's not that you ain't hot, and it's not that the beat ain't hot. It's just that for some reason it doesn't blend well. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I say. I just want to hear that in the beat. I don't want to hear this on the beat shit. I'm tired of people riding the beat. I want to hear you in it. You know what I'm saying? Like you made a bed up and you're in it. You in it. You're comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Riding a horse ain't a comfortable feeling. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of rough and rugged. You know what I'm saying? I think you just want to be in the bed, comfortable. You made the bed. Now you're in it. You're part of the bed. You're sunk in. You know what I mean? I think that's a way better feel. So, you know, make your craft. Design your craft. Find who you are in the craft. You know what I'm saying? And say, yo, I'm gonna express myself through that. It's like I was like we was talking yesterday, and somebody had a the London rapper, and he wasn't bad. It's just the fact that you saying something, you talking about busting guns because you trying to appeal to, you know, the hip-hop masses. Like, you trying to say something that you think they relate to, as if they don't know where you from, and knowing that you don't bust guns. I mean, not that you don't catch bodies. You a rocker dude with the hawk. You know what I'm saying? Just stab somebody. You understand what I'm saying? So to say that you busting guns in London was like, I think that's like predatorial to the craft. You know what I'm saying? You not that you even have to do that, but I'm just saying that's not, you know what I mean? Like even close to, you know, your world. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's like that's a culture vulture. You know what I mean? Within the culture. Yep. You know what I mean? So I won't get mad at them. I just won't, you know, don't listen to them. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, yeah, I hear that, but I don't want to hear that because I don't, not even that I don't believe you, it's just that it's not even, you know what I'm saying, logical. You know what I'm saying? It's like way too far off and shit for me. So, you know, like, so I just want to hear the artists, you know, like I said, I know that if a person knows and understands, like, we're going to get into metaphors and wordplay, right? So if a person from out there knew how to flip and bounce the words out there, it would be fire because they got words that even here would be, you know, ill because it would be like a double entendre. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it means one thing over there and you flipped it and bounced it there, and if you know the craft good enough to where you can make it be flipped and bounced in this slang and dialogue as well, ooh, man, you lucky I don't know enough like British slang. I'd be on it, man. Oh man, I think that would be like the most incredible, illest like thing to pull off. You know what I'm saying? To be able to take a slang where you from, flip it and bounce it, right? And then be able to flip it and bounce it to where it'll even be ill to the people who's listening who don't even know how you flipped it. Like you flipped it and bounced it for two different people at the same time. I'm gonna work on that because that's ill. I think that's an ill thing to pull off. You don't think so? You don't think being able to use a metaphor, right, based on like say a rubber, right? A rubber is like an eraser, right? But you know, like a rubber over here is like a condom, right? So you saying you used the rubber that took somebody out, just like you used the rubber so the motherfucker won't be born. If you get it, like you doing the wordplay twice, right? Because a rubber over there is an eraser, which meaning that it'll rub something out, take something out, right? A rubber in America would be a rubber based on the fact that it's a condom. So it took a life out before it was even able to start. Now, to be able to flip and bounce that at the same time is the craft. You know what I'm saying? That's where the lyricism and all of that comes into play. That's when you like just to even be able to think that. Like right now, to put that thought there is gonna be your greatest gift as a lyricist. To be able to go, wait a minute, how do I connect this to this? You know, because hip hop is supposed to be, creative lyricism, right? With beats and all of that as well. But as a lyricist, it should not be just playing. Like when I said take a trip in the trunk and it thrown in cool waters and not the kind that comes in blue bottles. That's the cool water is the cologne. You know what I'm saying? But we're not saying that kind that come in the bottle. So it's like if you paying attention and you listen and you go, wow, okay, I see even though it's subtle. So it don't have to be as hard as Lil Wayne and Jada, which is very direct and in your face, boom, 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 boom. It can be subtle. You understand what I'm saying? But still being able to keep pace with the story, but making it deeper by adding that to it to show that you took more time than just just putting words together. It's taking those words and making those words mean more. It's like layering, your story to get more out of what you trying to say by flipping and bouncing the words. If you could take certain words and like you could say 10 words, and those 10 words would be as if you gave them a whole book. Like literally, like it could describe so much within those 10 words because the way it's flipped and bounced on layers. Like because what you said, it relates to, it might have a connection to 3 things at one time, but all 3 things are connected still to that rhyme. You see what I'm saying? So to be able to use metaphors like that is what's the most powerful. That's what made hip hop powerful. To be able to say a lot in just a little bit of time. So the serpentine, like the one who just wants to get a quick meal, they think it's just about, like hip hop is like R&B or rock and roll or something. So they think that, well, without having to have the skill of those people, meaning that rock and rollers and all that sing. They, you know what I mean? They hold notes and tones. So you want to try to come with that type of thing over here, and hip hop requires you to actually have lyricism. Meaning that there are artists who might slide through every once in a while just being a straight, shoot from the hip type of writer. But that's not what the craft was built on. The craft was built on being able to express a lot in a little bit of space. It's like life, you know what I'm saying? Like, being in the hood, you gotta try to obtain so much within a little bit of space that you got. So it's that same concept with your wording. You know what I mean? You're right. There's a scheme there somewhere, and Rubber Band Man slept with a 1,000 women, lost count, need like 100 hands, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there you go. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I do like that. But yeah, so you get the point. Like there's, like you could take the rubber part and use it in so many ways where you could be actually talking to 2 different cultures at the same time. You're talking to the British culture who knows a rubber to be this, and you're talking to an American culture who knows rubber to be that. That's a skill, man. That's a skill that requires acknowledgement and praise. You know what I'm saying? That's why, I promote that, like, for people to be able to understand hip hop is not this, getting crack from somebody and jumping on the street corner and thinking that that's just how this work, man. This is real shit, man. You gotta really put your, some skill into this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that everybody has to have, this super lyricism, but please, man, this acting like this shit is like, poetry is, you know what I'm saying? It is to a degree, but come on, man. I think that's like, watering down the craft. If you ain't gonna put at least some type of energy into, building words to mean things other than necessarily what it means, you're fucking with all of our time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I'm sorry. Hold on. Pardon me. Yeah, but you understand what I'm saying. So, for me, that's just how I give it up. I just feel like we as a people, as a culture of hip hop music, we need to preserve it. We need to preserve and especially like water it, like the seed of it in the youth. Like it's okay to be creative while at the same time respecting the craft. You know what I'm saying? Be creative, and if you don't have that, if you just want to be in the industry, trust me, there's many different fields in the industry you can be in. You don't need, to necessarily be on the mic. Maybe you know how to make beats. You might be a producer. Step off the fucking mic. Maybe that ain't you. I'm talking to the lyricists, so I'm not really, I'm not getting at the producers. Like I remember, I was on YouTube. And like it was like this cut, and it was like a video meme, and it said on top it said, when the dude come over, when your boy come over, you asking your boy for a ride, but he's asking you how this beat is, and they got like Bobby Smurda, he dancing, but the beat is fucked up. Like it just don't make no sense. But he's dancing because he needs to ride. You don't want to be that type of person. You don't want to be the person that may just entertain you. They might need a ride. You know what I'm saying? You want that shit where when you walk away, they still playing your shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not great when a new rapper don't give any acknowledgement to those. Well, I'm saying that, but I'm saying more than that. I'm just saying you don't need to acknowledge verbally. Like you don't have to say, yo, you might have pride. You might have too much pride to say that. Yo, I looked up to, in today's time, acknowledgement like that means that you weak or something. You know what I mean? Like, we become more and more childish when the younger you are, you get a chance to have a speech. So you don't acknowledge things differently. So I don't acknowledge that. I meant all you gotta do to acknowledge is the craft. You can acknowledge me through the craft, meaning that, like, if you doing like hip hop, I call like a lot of the colorful hair rappers hip hop, like with a POP. Like it's hip and it's pop. Like it's just not for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like boy bands. Remember back when they had like B2K and like I'm not listening to that shit. I ain't got a problem with them. There's probably other R&B groups who was beefing with them, like Jodeci. Like what kind of shit is this? They probably was in-house R&B beef. You know what I'm saying? But for me, like that wasn't my thing. But I wasn't saying that it wasn't R&B. It was just youth R&B. So when I look at when people call, mumble rap, I just say no, that's hip hop. It's like it's the pop culture. It's, we did that by songs with like Pastor Cavassier and stuff like that. We made those mentalities that everything is really just a label, popping tags, and that's it. Like just You know what I mean? Like no real substance to the song. That's all they heard because that's all they saw. You know what I'm saying? Like when you take the music and you step back and you look at your culture, you see that so that's all they really. You know what I mean? Whereas before the rhyme, that part was hidden within all of the context. You know what I'm saying? So I think the kids just got to the meat and potatoes and said, okay, we just gonna say diamonds, Gucci, this, that, and the third, because that's all they heard. That's all they heard. Throughout everything we were saying at the end of that shit, at the end of 5 minutes, they heard diamonds, Gucci, and bust your gun. That's all they heard. So, you know what I'm saying? Now they got shooters, they wear diamonds and Gucci's, and that's all they know. So we hope we responsible for that. You know what I mean? Even though we was offering a lot more. But still, at the end of the day, that's what it came down to, offering, and that's what they took from it. So when you look at, for me, when I think of the youth, right, I say hip hop. It's pop. It's hip hop. It's still on that line. It's just, more on the glitz and the glamour. It's no longer the struggle. Like nobody's talking the struggle in the youth no more. It's like nah. Like in my day, you could say you was drinking a 40. You little dude, he like 18, 19, he talking about only drinking his Hennessy and, this, that, and the third. And you like, okay, well, in my era, it was all right to, to drink a 40. You heard rappers saying they was drinking 40s. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, it's like, we did that. We took it to a level that they can't even, just be regular anymore. You know what I'm saying? Just regular, just like, just doing regular growing up now. They're growing up as grown as the grown-ups who they heard it from. Oh, word, he wearing Gucci. Oh, man, I can get that. And that was like shit you had to bust your ass and work for. Now it was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? So, that's an interesting point. It's less about the struggle and more about, right, aspiration. Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's that. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, we lost, why we was doing it to now we're here. So that's why I think that there should be a new genre brought forth. You know what I'm saying? I think that hip hop has ran its course. Now it's just commercial. I don't really, there's always gonna be the artists like, Benny the Butchers, but then you're gonna have the predators like Eminem. And I never really thought of Eminem as a predator until I really looked at the Griselda. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, here it is. He brought out 50 Cent because he got shot 9 times. And now, you bringing out Griselda because Conway, got shot in the neck and he has like, the face thing. And that's when I said, nah, man, I think you're kind of predatorial. I think you trying to cash in on that aspect of the people. You understand what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it now. But like I said, I like Benny the Butcher. I just feel like that stuff starts getting washed because I think he really takes time to do some wordplay, to bounce words around, and it'll mean one thing, but then over here it means something else. Like I feel like he takes the time. I know they all do. I mean, at least him and Conway the Machine. I'll be honest with you, I think might be mad, but I think what's the other dude? The Guns dude, I think he's Ghostface's ad libs. I just be feeling like all of Ghostface ad libs is, what you would get, like as an MC. Like if his ad libs was a separate MC, you would get this guy. That's what I feel. Yeah, Westside Guns. I feel that's him. You know what I'm saying? I said I feel Westside. That's how much I don't really mess with him like that. I feel like Westside Guns would be all the ad libs of Ghostface. Like you just like if it was like a whole different other character. You know how you got you know how they got all of the different AKAs. What a Ghostface AKAs would be Westside Guns. That's if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Westside Guns is what a Ghostface's AKAs. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I like Conway. You know, he's straight. But I always, before I even fucked with any, I mean, out of that whole section, from like one day, I came across Benny the Butcher around the same time. I came across another rapper called Axel Leon from the Bronx. And he official, like, I just don't know why he didn't take off, because I really had expectations for him as well. Like, he's official. There's a rapper called Axel Leon. If you ever get a chance, you know, look him up. You know, actually the first song I ever heard from him, he was at a show with Fred the Godson, rest in peace, and they was on this track together, and it was official. From then I said, yo, I gotta look at this dude. So I think I went through like 3-4 mixtapes up there, and I like went through them. And I probably went through it too quick because I was expecting more to come out. Like, he was official like that. I think he spends a lot of time with his wordplay and he puts a lot of energy into it. You know, so if you ever get a chance, look up Axel Leon. But I came across both of them at the same, like around the same time. You know, so that's, you know, way before any of the stuff that you see with Griselda now. So that's how I say, like, I can have an ear for people who take time to hone in on their craft. You know what I mean? And it pays off. You know what I'm saying? It pays off because he kept to hip-hop fundamentals. He didn't have to give praise to the old school. All of the old school gave praise to him. They went to him. They was, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were going and letting it be known that this is that dude. Or that's why he started making tracks with a lot of the, you know, the thoroughbreds. He's meeting up with the Jay-Z's and all of that because he didn't have to say he likes Jay-Z. He showed Jay-Z that he liked him by continuing the craft. Understanding what wordplay is, understanding what this is, and they just gonna gravitate towards you. The artist is gonna gravitate towards you and give you praise. Like, yo, you see that right there? That's what we talking about. I don't know what that shit y'all doing. Yo, this dude right here. And next thing you know, you gonna blow. And still be you. You know, he didn't have to front like he would from me. I'm from Buffalo. I'm repping the things that's going on in Buffalo. You understand what I'm saying? And he kept it in his Buffalo vibe. But you kept the essence of hip-hop. See, hip-hop can be developed anywhere. Like somebody saying he out in Ireland and Scotland and stuff. Like, hip-hop could be developed there. You don't have you could find a nice beat and add those the bagpipe in it. You know what I'm saying? Get a couple of them old Scottish chants and shit. What? Do a little like a leprechaun type. I don't mean to be funny. I don't, you know what I'm saying, but like the little Irish accent. You know who did a great Irish? Who came and wrecked for the Irish? Remember DJ Muggs and Everlast. He started off by the name Everlast, but then they went by the name House of Pain. Jump around, jump around, jump around, jump and get down. Like he kept the whole Scottish thing, that whole Irish feel. You know what I'm saying? And he was respected in the hip hop game. So you could bring your culture, your identity into this. You don't have to be something else. You could be you. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is respect the craft. The craft requires you these things. Be original, right? You know, your delivery, your creativity, you know what I'm saying? Your lyricism. Like that's required. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be respected. If you just want to be an artist and, you know what I'm saying, like one of them dudes where the label basically is getting you on, you ain't never gonna leave that industry rich. Remember, they paid to get you on. You was just a another utensil. You were just there. You thinking that you, but they made you up. You didn't do that. They told you what to write. They told you how to look. They said we gonna make these videos like this. You didn't have no identity in that. You didn't have no identity in that. That's somebody else's identity. You know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, that's the industry's identity. Because then you'll notice it wasn't just you that had that. You wasn't the only guy with the red braids. You got the guy over here with the blue, the guy over there with the yellow, this prick over here with the whole fucking crayon box. You understand what I'm saying? But y'all still basically, being used to promote that. Walk around with colorful hair. That's really what the main promotion is. All of you dudes are just walking examples of who would be inside their mother's, medicine cabinet. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no pops to tell you what the fuck you doing while you putting on your mother's on high heels. So you think it's okay to go in there and go, hey, ma, when you go back to get some more dye for your hair, pick up some more of the blue. I want some of that one too. You think that's okay? You know what I'm saying? So you probably don't understand what we say. That shit might sound strange to you, like you emulating a marketing scheme. It's kind of ironic how you just see all of these dudes popped up doing that at one time. I didn't see none of that in the streets until those dudes popped up at one time. I did not see that like that. That's how you know it's the industry. You know what I'm saying? Who is someone you're surprised didn't take off more? And it's or isn't around today. Damn, shit. Who am I surprised not around? Well, I guess I was surprised Lloyd Banks ain't around like that. Like I don't think he's a relevant factor in hip hop. You know, like he's a name for what he did, but I thought he would have a way longevity. Let's see. Who did I think? Like I said, I thought that I was, if he didn't pass away, if he didn't get killed, I'm more than certain that Stack Bundles would have been around to this day, like still rocking out. Who am I surprised didn't make it though? Shit. Very rarely do I ever see somebody that cause I'm real picky. I'm like one of dead ass, man. I'm one of them people that I'm not just co-signing it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care where you from, what you do, like what you saying. If I don't just feel it as an art form, I'm not co-signing it. So I'm real picky. But I knew Cam was gonna make it. I know I'm surprised Jim Jones is still around. I know I'm surprised that people even listen to Uncle Murder. Like those are the type of people I didn't even expect, or Mano. Like those are the type of people I didn't even expect anybody to really take serious. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the like who fell off, and I thought that they was gonna be see, like I said, well, Coogee Rap, that's like, he's to the people that might not necessarily be dropping like albums like that, they still, their name is extremely well respected. Like they still do music with artists of today. So I really can't say there's somebody that I personally had some expectation to make it and they didn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give thought on that, because I'm more than certain there was somebody out there and I said, damn, You know, shit. I was hoping this motherfucker would be better than that. You know what I'm saying? But um, well, like, you know what I'm thinking of some people where I might have heard them on the mixtape. Oh, you know who I probably you ever heard of um Smooth the Hustler? Like, you know, you got Smooth the Hustler and Trigger the Gambler. Yeah, DJ Muggs still very active today. Yeah, that's my boy and shit, DJ Muggs. That's Cypress Hill's DJ too. You see how he came a long way, right? That he started off with the site with House of Pain in them, and you know, still, you know, like he still stayed relevant. Like that's one of them people that definitely had. If people need to give somebody mad respect in the game, I think DJ Muggs' name should come up extremely high on that list. You know what I'm saying? Yes, DJ Muggs, believe it. Been around a very long time. Yeah, broken language and whatnot. I just felt like his energy. You know who else? But I think he reminds me of Smooth the Hustler in a way. You ever remember Nine, the rapper Nine? He had like that kind of like DMX type of voice and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I think he was out. I knew him before I knew DMX, if I'm correct. But I thought he was gonna have a lasting career. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I guess if that's the case, I thought K Solo would too. I thought K Solo was gonna have a better career. But at that time, I guess it was, you know, like how like K Solo. I guess we didn't need K Solo if we had Redman. You know what I'm saying? It's like we didn't need Dana Dane if we had Slick Rick. You know what I'm saying? That's just, I think, how that worked and shit. Yeah. Thanks a lot, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? I think Dana Dane we didn't need because we had Slick Rick. You know what I'm saying? So I think that destroyed the Dana Dane career. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like how you got, at that time, if you sounded too similar, it was like a vetting process. Like, you getting weeded out. Like, wait, you sound too much like this dude. You gotta go. Like, I told you, like, think about R. Kelly and Aaron Hall. Don't you wish we stuck with Aaron Hall now? Huh? Don't you wish we stuck with Aaron Hall now? How you feel now, huh? How you feel? You know what I'm saying? They went to your boy R. Kelly. Now look where we at. You know what I'm saying? Now look where we at. This is what we do, right? This is what we do. This is what we do as a people, man. You know what I'm saying? We pick and choose. Sometimes we pick the wrong ones. You know what I'm saying? It says right here, yeah, like there were many naughty by nature. Yep. Yeah, Far Side clones too. Far Side, yeah, you right. Like Far Side had a chance to really take off, but you throw these clones in there, and you know they kind of like, you know, like stunt your whole shit. You know, but then hold on. Let's think about when we say naughty by nature clone. Would DMX be a Tretch clone? Would DMX be considered a Tretch clone? Remember, Tretch was running around with the dog chain on his neck and all of that. I seen that from Tretch before I seen that from DMX. So would we say that and think about the similarities and looks and all of that, right? Would we say that, you know, DMX is a Tretch clone? I'm just asking. I mean, I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. I'm just asking this. I understand, you know, rest in peace, but you know what I'm saying, as far as marketing is concerned. You know what I'm saying? As far as a strategy through industries and companies, would that have been, you know, that thing, you know, since he already talking the dog thing here, throw the, you know, the chain on him, but, you know, that's kind of what Treacherous had already done. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like you just look the other way, you know what I mean? But the similarities, if you look, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, you know, there's a lot of clones out there. There was a lot of clones who might have stifled somebody's career, but I don't think that's what happened with DMX. I think I think Naughty by Nature came and went by the time you know, DMX came on the scene, but it's like the same thing like Nicki Minaj. Like if you take a lot of her photos, it'll look a lot like Little Kim's, and then secondary some Foxy Brown pics. I mean, like color scheme, the whole thing. You'd be like, yo, damn, it look like, you know, it's like you just crop that person out and put that person in there type of a reuse, you know, of the imagery type of a thing. So, you know, maybe after the Tretch thing was heading out, they brought in, you know, the DMX imagery. You know what I mean? That's possible. I mean, I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying, as far as the clone, as you saying that, I'm just drawing that, you know, similarities. Like who you could say kind of like came in after, you know, that person, whether it be rhyme flow or, you know, appearance. You know what I mean? So that's how I see. But if anything, I just really wanted to tell the people, develop your vocals through your BPM. Like if you noticed, I kept the beat playing this whole time, and you know, as you listen, you just notice how see how it dropped, and I'm like you'll notice it like it'll flow. So get your BPM. That's what I want to stress to you. Get your BPM down. You know, come back. I want you to tell me, yo, you know, I was going through my BPMs and I'm at this right here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to hear. I want to hear somebody saying, I went through that, I went there, I checked out my BPMs, and this is my natural pace. Right? And now from that, you know, you could start exploring, you know, different paces, but your genuine pace would be the one that you're allowed to be your most expressive. Understand that. Your genuine BPM pace, that BPM, that beat per minute, that genuine that would be your natural expression beat, if that makes sense. Once that goes, yeah, right. People took more pride in distinguishing themselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you gotta understand, back then in hip hop, it wasn't that, you know, remember Ghostface? Ghostface, I don't want you sounding like me. Or no, as a matter of fact, I don't want you sounding like nobody in my clan. Be original. Get your own shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to shine with my shit before. You know what I mean? Remember that? You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what hip hop was. It was like, you know, your own identity. I didn't want to be nobody else. I just want to always be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like listening to other people, but you don't want to be them. You want to be yourself and shit. So, you know, hip hop it should not be a programming. It should be a place of expression. And each individual should be able to express themselves in their own way if that's truly their craft. Not everybody who can go and pick up a fucking microphone should do it. Just because you got 2 fucking hands and 10 fingers don't mean that you should be using it on the microphone. Don't waste our fucking time is what I'm saying. But those with the skill, I really believe that you should be able to express yourself like a painter, a photographer. I'd also do photography, so, as a photographer, anything. Like, I'm a writer, I wrote books. Check out my book, Street Skelzy, Knock 'em Out the Box. You can go on Amazon and check it out. It's just look up M.A. Wade, Street Skelzy, Knock 'em Out the Box. It's about two brothers who team up, who's on opposite sides of the law, after their father was killed and found on the side of the road. So they team up to try to track down, the killer before the police catch him. They run through the city. Check it out. Like I said, it's on Amazon. Street Skelzy, Knock 'em Out the Box by M.A. Wade. You know what I'm saying? So when I speak from that point. Like, I wrote 6 books. You know what I'm saying? I wrote multiple rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not speaking just as somebody who, has a microphone and just choosing to turn it on, and you know what I'm saying, I'm talking as a critic, as somebody who, as we talking, you could see people bringing up artists, and I'm right there with them. Like, I'm not thinking about who, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm right there with them. I know this is, so for me, I looked at how they developed that artist or the imagery and all of that, and you got to put all of that into place. But first you have to put breath into the character. You know what I'm saying? Like, God blew breath into the lungs, to the lungs of Adam and brought life. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's a character. You gotta bring life into that. And the only way to do that is to find your comfort zone, to express another side of yourself. And you know what I'm saying? It don't ain't necessarily be you. For any time that you are putting something down, it could be a love song, a beef song, it could be whatever. You got to be prepared to understand that energy and that flow, and even in that, what BPM, like I said, you might be at. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't do dabs, man. I don't do that. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's he asked me to do I do it like when you say like this, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? A little dab and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I ain't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? That's before my era, man. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Dougie was doing the Dougie Fresh, we wasn't doing the Dougie Fresh because Dougie was doing the Dougie Fresh. So I'm not from the era of doing the Dougie. I'm from the era of watching Dougie do the Dougie. You dig? I'm playing with you. We did the Dougie too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no doubt. But like I said, so this is just for the people, to encourage more of the craft of hip hop, like being able to express yourself in a genuine form. And that, like I said, I didn't limit it to a coast in the United States. I didn't even limit it to the United States. I didn't limit it to a certain demographics or nothing. Anybody can get into it, but not everybody is meant to. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody has the ability to be an artist. Some people just know how to get on there and talk. They don't understand that, no, this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? This is more than just, I went down the block, I had a beef. Dude said something, so I shot him, got him, ha, ha, ha. Whatever the fuck they can do, I don't know. But, you know what I'm saying? It's not just that. It gotta be more to it. It gotta be, I don't know, like, you gotta play with the words. You gotta make them, interested and spicy. You know what I'm saying? So it's really the words. It's not the, you know what I'm saying, the characters. So before you gotta, like I said, you gotta build the character through the words. So the words is the breath control, and you get the breath control through the BPM. So I'm taking you to the root. You see what I'm saying? I'm taking you to the root. I'm taking you right to where the birds and the bees met. You know what I'm saying? This right there, this is the day when the birds and the bees hung out. This is that spot. You know what I'm saying? You know, like how the birds and the bees. Well, I'm giving you the birds and the bees of hip hop. This is where it all starts, right there, at that BPM. You know what I'm saying? So if you respect, the culture and understand the birth of it, you understand the heartbeat, and think about it in today's, times with Texas and all of that, once you get that heartbeat, it's living. Once you hear that beat, that boom, 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 whatever, once you hear that drum, it's living. And you find that within the BPM. So there you go. If you want to know how it's born, find your BPM. And that's for, and mind you, and I was gonna say this for another time, but I'm gonna say it now. Each person should have 3 BPMs. You should master 3 BPMs. 3 forms of expression. Never get caught in, after that you can jump around and probably explore with like 5 or 6. But have first your main BPM, right? Then I told you go shift to find your hype BPM and find your down, your mellow, laid back BPM. Once you have those, right, now you can express yourself through love songs, you can express yourself through party songs, you can express yourself through life experience songs. So now you can attack your audience. Now at this point I just gave you 3 levels or 3 different styles that you can give your audience where you won't lose them. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's the number one thing. You want to give them these different personalities of yourself or themselves, the feelings that you're giving them. Because even though you might be expressing yourself, is to somebody that's relating. You know what I'm saying? Somebody where they can say, yeah, I feel that. I understand that. So while you're expressing yourself, keep in mind that you're expressing many of people that's out there as well. You know what I'm saying? So I think you want to do the best of it. You don't want to just come out with some, half-ass shit. That means you're expressing some half-ass motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I guess there's a crowd for that. I guess there's there's an audience for half-asses. You know what I'm saying? But I'm speaking for the go all outers. I'm speaking for those trying to be the legends in this and shit. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Those are the dudes that I just want to have in my deck and I just keep playing and shit. You know what I'm saying? And me, if you say anything, for me, let me tell you something. I live by the law of BET, right, and VH1. That's my law, right? BET is performance, entertainment, right? VH1 is behind the music. Me, I like being behind the music. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of person that want to be up on stage, and I never was that type of person. You know what I'm saying? I just like, I feel my art is finding an artist and developing it, seeing what they see in themselves and showing them how I feel. Like I'm a producer of the artist. You got a producer of a movie where they got the dream, so they basically putting all these people together, funding it to make it happen. That's me when it comes down to the artist. Like I look at the artist and I go, yo, listen, I think if you did this, you worked on that, put this right here, I think you got something. And that's how, I said I never really think I picked an artist that I didn't say they would make it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I think I found some along the way. Like I found some of the way I said, oh, wait a minute, damn. I thought you was going to make it and shit. You just didn't do it and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's very rare. Usually, I think I got an ear for that type of thing. Like, somebody who respects levels in their voice, deliveries, when to slow down and speed up, like I think I just naturally respect those type of people, and to pull off like a life in it. Like even if you didn't see the video, you could see that person still being that. And like if you imagine you hear a song before you saw the video, and you see the video and you go, yeah, you know what? That's exactly what I could see this person being like. That's the kind of artist you should be, where you can come out before they see you and say, yeah, I can see it. Like Reasonable Doubt. You didn't have to see Jay-Z. You heard those shits and you was like, yeah, I could see it. Whether he was him, and now there's debate of whether who it really was. The fact of the matter, nobody is debating that was real. You see what I'm trying to say? So it's the same thing. You want to be able to give something that's just that real, where the minute it's on, like they know what your purpose was. Because the video, I think, defeats the lyricist. I think it robs the lyricist, because now it's forcing you to see something, whereas back in the days, no, you had to just see it through the lyricist. You had to just see it. There wasn't no, think about a person who came in the middle of the town with the lyre and, playing the music and all that. You just had to hear, you had to visualize, mama, yeah, right? You had to see that. You had to really, there was no video for that. There wasn't, you know what I mean? It was, you had to see it. So I think, the video market, is another thing that kind of like made lazy lyricists. Oh, I can just say this. They'll throw up a video. They'll throw up this, and it'll make it all fit. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what I don't think the lyricists did it on purpose like that, but I think that's how it basically destroyed, lyricism. And I don't mean just in hip hop. I think that goes in many different. I think that regular like like that classic kind of rock feel. I think they don't what's them dudes like Drops of Jupiter and stuff like. I think they still keep like a that genre right there. I think they still keep that craft. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, I think like people relied too much on visual. You know what I'm saying? And not enough on the lyricism to carry it to where even if you was in a car and you can't see it, it just means like the same thing. You know what I mean? I think that's what's missing. He's over here listening to some beats. Anybody got anything you want to listen to before we slide out? You know what I'm saying? I got like a little 18 left. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for everybody who dropped by, paid attention. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the people who liked it. Even to the people who downed me and pushed me down. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, though, anyway. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? About to go jump on some Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Anybody play the Xbox and shit? Come check me out. Maroon Goon on Xbox. You know what I'm saying? I'll be playing that Modern Warfare. So I'm actually about to start playing what is it, Battleground? They got the new one coming out. Once the new Battleground come out, I think I'm not playing Modern Warfare no more. Especially not the Black Ops, man. I like the Black Ops, but the thing is, when you get so good that they just pow people on you where you literally can't even walk out the spawn because they got like 7 people. Like there ain't even that many people on the other fucking team for me to have to shoot that many people right now. That shit don't even make sense. You know what I mean? So when you get to that type of like level, like the game just ain't no good no more. Like for me, I don't want to, this ain't a fucking workout. I ain't trying to try to have some fun. You try to make me fucking do this like a job, like if I don't keep pulling this fucking trigger, I'm just gonna be standing here dying and mad. Like, nah, I don't want that. I want to have some fun, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I think that destroyed the whole Black Ops for me. Like, it just got too crazy. It's like, seriously, like, you're like, shit, motherfucker, I spawned a dude waiting right there, literally waiting for me when I spawn. Then it'll be like, you know it's a bot because, like, I'll go chase a motherfucker and he just evaporate out of nowhere. Literally, I had a clip where the dude was dead. The minute I went to him, he just disappeared. Then the same person that shot me 2 times. You can't tell me it just, all of a sudden he shoots you 2 times, all of a sudden he decided to stop playing. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it's those type of things that make me say, yeah, I'm good on modern warfare. I don't think I'm gonna go back to the modern warfare. And I don't know if it's me, but I just feel like what's the one? Not the pug. The pug, and that's the other one. Fortnite. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like those are kind of like young for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't. Like, I think my shit is born through like the Grand Theft Autos and shit like that. I think those are like good games, but I think they safe. I think it's more childish. You know what I'm saying? So I just, for me, I just good on that. But I mean, so that's why I think I'm gonna go with the Battleground next, and just rock out with that. But I'm definitely not buying any more fucking Call of Duties. Like, and if I do buy Call of Duties, I'm damn sure not buying any more Black Ops. As long as they got that feature in there where, they supposedly put you around people at your level, all that bullshit that they saying. Nah, as long as you got that there, where, like, some days I literally have to, like, lose, like, 3 games in a row just for me to have a decent game. Like, I gotta drop my my numbers way below average just for me to get a game or 2 of some good shit. I'm good on that. Like, that's too much time wasted. I mean, that's like a half an hour wasted of me just letting people kill me because the game ain't gonna let me fucking do anything anyway, and it's gonna be more frustrating thinking you about to shoot somebody. You shoot him from the back, he can turn around, and you already shoot him or her, you know what I mean? You already shoot them, and the next thing you know, they can turn around and still get out of here. Nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't deal with that. And then they have like this 7-inning stretch. You might not never noticed it, but they got this thing where it's like, even if the team was down, like if they got time left in the game, they gonna let them start catching wins. They gonna let them, start getting bases and all. Like, they gonna start letting them do stuff, and you gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna start noticing how they catching up before they let you go back to busting their ass again. So it's like a lot of soccer momming and a lot of sucker shit happening with Modern Warfare that I'm just not with no more. You know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna move on for the Modern Warfare. I'm looking for a new game. So if anybody got anything that's in that realm, I love shoot 'em ups. You know what I'm saying? So if it's something like that, like I said, I'm gonna go to the Ground Wars, I believe it's called. I remember they had the one I had from that series was, it was like something with the SWAT or the police. It was like the robbers and the police or something. That shit was official. I just didn't get any more. But I think I'm gonna go back that way. That's the way it's at for me. Like I said, I hope you got anything from what I said about these BPMs and breath control. And I hope that it was useful and valuable to you. I'm about to slide out. Well, I got like 12 minutes. Like I said, so if anybody want to hear anything, got any beats, got any artists you wanna listen to real quick, let me know. I'll give them a quick listen. I always like listening to new artists or old artists that I might have never heard of. You know what I'm saying? But if it's an old artist, most likely I know it. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't mind listening to it. But you know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to keep my ear open for the new artists. You know what I'm saying? I believe in the craft that much where I'm not one of them people holding on to, oh, yo, yeah, it was better back then. Shut up. Nobody hear that shit. Nobody hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Move on, man. If you can't find a new fucking artist, then you better help try to develop one. And shut the fuck up either way. Nobody hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes are good. They just evolving. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I look at when they call a lot of the mumble rap, I say, well, remember, hip hop started with the dang, the dang, the dang, the dang, dang. The ha and shit like that. That shit wasn't words. Don't try to get at these young kids because they doing something different and developing something new. You know what I'm saying? But at least you could do is try to help them, truly understand how to express themselves versus thinking that hip-hop is a cash cow. Meaning that, all I gotta do is say you a hater because you ain't buying my shit and I'ma just bully you into, a couple of bucks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna keep pushing out mixtapes because, the one mixtape ain't selling. So I'm gonna go back in there and if you don't buy it, I'm gonna say you's a fucking hater. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I'm bullying, fans through the people that I'm supposed to be cool with. And I'm gonna say, well, if you don't buy this bullshit, you a hater. You know what I'm saying? So I don't subscribe to that bullshit. I subscribe to make some good fucking music and we'll buy your shit. You know what I'm saying? We'll give you some props, get your name out there. But don't think simply because, you went into the studio and you came out with it that we supposed to say, yeah, that's fly. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even want to listen to it. Because if you did, you wouldn't go back and keep trying to make new mixtapes. You would let that shit rock out. You'd be so proud of that song. You wouldn't want to be out there, you know what I'm saying? You'd be scared if you couldn't outdo that song. The shit that y'all pointing out, you can outdo it, so you keep making new songs. That's all I'm saying. If you really made some shit that was official, you'd be scared, you know what I'm saying, to come out with some trash because you always trying to top that. It ain't hard to top like selling to the same 20 people that you sold the last time. I think that's an easy task. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you add 2 more people to it. That's an easy task. You know what I'm saying? You conjure girls homegirl to liking your shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's not a hard task. You only got 2 extra people now. It's 22. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? As far as putting out your music, people, you know what I'm saying? Stop trying to bully the people around you into it and explore out like me. You know what I'm saying? I just strictly just came on here and I'm just, building off of just me. You know what I'm saying? So let's see how this works. But I'm just trying to prove that you just gotta fish out. You can't tell the people that ain't watching this shit you hating on me. Hey, might not like this shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I'm gonna say. Like I said, we down to like 8 minutes and shit. Let me see if they got any more beats up here. Hold on. I like this other beat too. Hold on. Is it this one? Jay-Z type beat. Hold on. Yeah, this right here. See, you know what I'm saying? Like that raw gritty. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Mom sick, slow the wrist. Rhyme soloist, hold a shit. Hold up, bitch, hold my dick. I'm on some different shit. I spit like this because I can. I'm ridiculous. My mind is different than most of these average cats who think averagely. Don't get mad at me, it's just strategy. You know, pen the paper, I wrote some shit. Look, roll it up and I smoke some shit. Trust me, bro. I let it loose if you force me. Get off me, hand mistoss me. I just make it happen. This ain't just rapping. This is actual fact. I bust claps. Ooh. Life of a felon. Shoot some melons. Put two in your melon. Hold up. Stop the yelling. You're telling the five. I'm that live. One of them guys who took a do or die. Oh. Hey. Just playing around here real quick. But I love that beat right there. That's hold on. This is there's another beat by Boger. Hold on. Right, hold on. This is by Boger. And it's called Lyrical Slaughter. East Coast Beat 2021. This right here. You know, like I was just, playing around, but this right here, I love this beat right here. This beat right here. Like, let's see what else. Let me go down this. I'm going for the harder. Here's something about they saying Ghostface. Styles P, the Ghost. It goes, don't get laced. Let's see what don't get laced sounds like. As you heard, that's B57 beats. I'm on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the East Coast, baby. B57 beats. I like them. I ain't gonna lie. I never heard his producer. I'm gonna put a thumbs up on him. I'ma even subscribe to him. I just subscribed to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm more than certain he's gonna have some more good stuff for me. Right? Now we got this 50 Cent beat. It's called, it's a 50 Cent Lloyd Banks type beat called Rotten Apple. East Coast type beat, 2021. And this is by Boger. Okay. I'm from all over this treble lap, pack double gats, cop coke, cook it up, got triple back, seen the streets as Duke, fell in love with that, like damn, gotta be a part of that, knowing in my heart what, gotta be an art in that. Hit the block, hold it down, say snaps, cop things, the whole rounds, test my gulliness in another town, different accents, pulls a lot of hoes, right niggas bring a lot of dough, it's the wrong ones to get through shallow grave, moms may never know, but I get to push the livest whips, glide down the fly strips, can't forget, good licks, exotic weed, where only the starter badge came with seeds, see I was like, please believe, trust I will succeed, see this week I learned a few rules on surviving, like when you got weight, you let Greyhound do all the driving. Cause that's what you call surviving. Yo, you wanna ride, let's ride them. I make it happen. Big guns, get clapping. We just trapped in. You acting, lights and cameras, motherfucker. I don't think you understanding. The spots where you standing, someone else was there. This type of shit that your ass is here. Yeah. Just spitting a few rhymes. Just bugging out and shit. You know what I mean? That's a 50 Cent Lloyd Banks type beat. It's by Boger. Gave him the thumbs up. It's Rotten Apple's East Coast type beat. I've been a subscriber to Boger. I'm not gonna lie, I like his beats. Official. That's Boger. Boger. Right? Let's see here. You got a Kanye West type beat. I'm not sure. I kind of fell off from liking the Kanye beats. I mean, he makes his beats. The people that emulate his type beats.
Keep your sound on.
I think they do a good job.
Try YouTube Premium on us.
Hold on there. Let's see what this is. And this is by Falak. Falak. Kanye West, Schoolboy Q type beat. Alpha. Never heard it.
Siento latir tu corazón cerca del mío. Oigo tu voz y tú no estás. Dime por qué.
Ready on the block though. Funerato, Vino Pericato. Let the shot go. Got a problem, let me know, I'll be right back. Don't like that bullshit. Who pull with? Rockin' like a bull whip. Wait, let me see right here. Let's see. Let's see. This is Jada Kiss, Benny the Butcher type beat, and this is by Sincere Noble. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I like Sincere Noble, great producer. I don't know if I necessarily like this. For me, I mean, I like it, but I don't know if it's like a groove that I necessarily feel. Hold on. Okay, now this right here is Jay-Z, Jadakiss type beat, On Fire, East Coast beat, 2021. Okay, we just ended our broadcast on Twitch, so we're gonna close it up here. Like I said, we just be building. Check me out on Twitch. On Reddit under the name Maroon Nation. You know what I'm saying? We could probably listen to some beats, rhymes, and all of that other stuff. Peace.
Voice music.